Hello, everybody. Welcome to another stream. I'm Olazor, and I am here to take you through some battles for the next 2 hours. And by some battles, I mean some Diamond League battles, perhaps branching out into Diamond 1. I'm not sure. We'll see how we go. Today is a death focus, and I'm not too disappointed with the death focus. I was hoping that the new focus rules would be out by now, but it looks like they are still some hours away, so I won't get to play with the dual focus mechanics just yet. That'll have to wait until my Monday time slot, but we can still play a whole bunch of death. See what happens. So we've got Melee Mayhem, and I suspect we'll be fighting against Mr. Bloodlust in the Life Splinter, given the immediate history of my opponent. And we'll try and wipe out the ability for any healing to happen by bringing Mimosa. And we'll try and make it slightly less painful by bringing in a Retaliate. Now, that might also call for a repair, but I'm not sure if that'll be really all that useful. So perhaps instead I look at who can do the most magic damage, and we'll try to put that into practice in the hopes that they won't be bringing Magic Reflect. It is a distinct hope, but I will be bringing the Pegasus if I can, because that's why I'm still playing Wild League as opposed to Modern. Now with Melee Mayhem, everyone can attack from anywhere, which also makes me think that they might be bringing a Shield Bearer along, so that just makes me even more adamant that I wish to play the Death Splinter. So here we go. So there's no Shield Bearer involved. Mimosa was an excellent choice. Now, did my opponent bring any silence? Only the one, by the looks of things. Oh, that was brutal. So we are kill. Our Resurrect is gone. Opponent has a Resurrect also. Oh boy, Jared Scar. He's getting big. He's getting way too big for comfort. I don't think I'll be able to get through this. Although Jin Murray may prove to be an excellent defense. Because guess what? He's only going to take 1 damage even though he's got 10 attack, but he can't hold off the rest of the attacks. So Jared Scar, oh, that was some scary stuff. Absolutely scary stuff. Shredded through my team. Now, is this opponent also of the same school? No, they are not. So 46 mana, no neutrals, and it looks like a preference for Shield Bearer, but also the ability for a lot of silence. I am going to perhaps try to fight life with life. Let's do it. Life with life. Blast. There's my Shield Bearer. He's going to come along for the party. Bring along a Truth Speaker. Bring along more healing by way of Crystal Smith. Give me 6 mana for my final position, and let's go with Lunakari Mistress. Bill of the Radiant can go in second position, she'll get triage healed. True Speaker will do all the magical cleansings. Okay, so we've got Void Armor to deal with on the opponent's side. We have significantly more healing available on our side. So the two different strategies have presented themselves for this particular battle. We'll see which one prevails. I've also got 2 resurrections while my opponent has just used their first and only resurrection. I think I will emerge from this particular battle victorious on the basis of what's happening before my eyes. Very, very closely matched teams, but I just happened to pick the counter. They were probably thinking I was going to go with Death Splinter, but no, I did not. I imagine that I could have possibly won with Death Splinter in tow, but the tank options wouldn't have been as superior as the Shield Bearer, who's probably one of the best tanks in the whole game at this stage, I think. Nice and easy. Used one of our 2 resurrections and extracted a victory and a very nice 40,000 points towards a season chest. Nothing towards one of the dailies, but that is to be expected. Alright, we have 13 mana and someone else, yet again, with a life quest. With 13 mana, I suspect we'll be seeing Deceiver and Stitch Leech and True Strikey thingy-madoos. So I'm going to try to play the Redemption strategy out of Death Splinter. See what weakens we can pull out. Just the 2. Then we've got Curse Slime Ball with the Redemption. We might drop Death Elemental. Bring in Life Sapper. Get some additional health for our team. See if we can't feed Dr. Blight some additional opportunity. Scavenge and so on. See how we go with this. Should have put Shadowy Presence behind Life Sapper. That sneak is gonna hurt. And hurt it did. But I got us a redemption. Now, next redemption, we'll get rid of their speed. But is Dr. Blight going to have enough health to tank these things? And the answer is no. Immediately recognized my mistake the moment the enemy's team was revealed, which is something that happens often. Sometimes I'm able to predict the counter after I've locked in my team. What is it with life teams today? Okay, so it looks like Mother Kalia. We've got Stampede and Holy Protection in place. So what are we going to do with this? I think I might actually deviate from the quest and bring out a Daria Dragon Scale. Do it with Life Splinter. I'm feeling good about Trample. Trample and Retaliate. So Desert Dragon gets to come along. I am considering Brightwing, but I'm going to go with Angel of Light instead for the Inspire Revive. And while I'm on that topic, is there any cheap blast I can bring to deal with that Divine Shield? There's always Grenadier. Grenadier is always an option. Then I've got 9 mana left to use. Do I want to double up on healing? No, let's go with Manticore. Actually, yes, I do want to double up on healing, but we'll use Truth Speaker. We need something fairly survivable in the rear. Let's go with Naga Assassin. Give ourselves a speed boost. Hopefully, they can dodge that Silver Shield Assassin. So we've got the Divine Shield broken. We should have a functioning trample. Yes, we do. Trampling through the back line. This should go well. Oh, brilliant retaliation there. Excellent. And we've still got the resurrection in hand, I believe, but we're not going to need it. Lucky cleanse. I'm glad I decided to bring Truth Speaker in. And we are untouched, and we have victory. Again, not adding to the daily chest focus, but adding to that season focus, which is way more important in my opinion. And that is what I will continue to do today. Hey, Butops, good to see you, man. Thanks for coming along. I've got a death focus today, and it looks like my current opponent also has death focus, so I may as well try to bring that out for this particular battle. I think it's a little bit too much for Mimosa. I'm gonna go with... it's a toss-up between Thaddeus and Ouster for reverse speed. I think it's gonna be Ouster. That way I can grab someone who's got shield and throw them in first position. I think I like Harklaw. Not Harklaw. I do like Harklaw, but I like Chain Golem more for this particular battle. Jin Murray for the knockout, in case we find ourselves against a Lord of Darkness, so I can do that stun combo. Now let's have a look at our slow speed options. Oh, Gauladon. I want to play Gauladon and Ancient Lich. I want to play them all. If I'm going to go down the stun path, maybe I play Revealer, even though I've only got the level 1 card. Hey, DJ Bagman. I am going to go with Revealer, which rules out Gauladon, unfortunately. Dr. Black can come along, and we've got either 2 or 1 mana. I think Halfling Alchemist. There's no cleanse available here. And we will slot in the Silence, and hopefully we can get some stuns in. Unfortunately, they went with Harklaw for immunity, so we won't be getting any stuns in, or any other status afflictions. So this may be a very annoying battle. Very, very annoying battle. Man, I was really relying on the stun and then the knockout to try and win this, but it is not going to happen. And that triage is also really well positioned, so I'm just going to skip that one and pretend it never happened. I'm very good at pretending that things never happened, especially when it's all Splinterlands related. So, off to the next battle, I wonder. I've been winning one, losing one, winning one, losing one so far today. Another person who has a death focus. Wonderful. So how are we going to tackle this? I'm going to go with death, of course. Everything has snipe. So if everything has snipe, I feel as though I need to reduce their health. Let's go by mana cost, direct all their fire into one unit. Then look at who has snipe. And then Margin of Necrosis in particular is a great card for this. Then I want everyone who has Life Leech, because in concert with Blast, Margin of Necrosis, you can go away. All of these Life Leeches. And Triage is also very nice. In fact, I'm going to go with double Triage on account of all the Life Leech I'm going to be using, and hope that my opponent doesn't bring Ouster. That's my best case scenario here. Hey Delta, good to see you. Thanks for coming along yet again. Appreciate it. It's very quiet in chat today. I was feeling very lonely for the first 10 minutes of the stream there, but that's no different to how I feel normally. We all know that. All I've got is my death deck to keep me company, and the cold, sodden earth surrounding us in the grave. Oh, there are so many high mana death cards that are awesome to play, but they're very situational, that's the problem. Gauledon, I think I was rambling about Gauledon in the last battle. They're amazing in reverse speed. They're absolutely incredible in reverse speed, actually. I very much like my chances here, apart from the fact that I am very slow and am going to get destroyed before I can attack. Oh no, wasted the resurrection. But hey, the blast shield worked well. And by worked well, I mean it's dead now, but I would have been dead so much sooner if they used Amplify on any of their cards. But I don't know that I will die entirely here. Oh, yes, I will. Yes, I will. Because Ancient Lich is not going to be able to stand up to all of these people. Or maybe if they can do some dodging, they couldn't do any dodging. That came close. Like I said, I would have died a lot quicker if it was all about Amplify. But Death has tons of awesome high mana cards. Nightmare, 8 mana, pretty good. I don't even have mine maxed. Probably should, I've been saying that for ages. Dampier Stalker is pretty amazing as well. I'm not actually playing Modern back, Coney. I'm playing Wild. I went back on my word when I realized, I've got all these awesome Wild cards. Things like Phantom Soldier and Corrupted Pegasus. Gauledon doesn't really count as a wild card, but it's something that lives off in Modern Town. And yeah, no, you're pretty right there, DJ Bagman. There's not a whole bunch of really quality high mana death cards, unless, well, this is looking at what I own at least. There are other cards out there, but Jin Murray's good, Gauledon's good, Dark Hawan is useful. I really, really liked Phantom Soldier the whole way through. They're a bit aged now. Yeah, Nightmare is really excellent as well. But I don't know. I don't know. It's 2 losses in a row now. Plan is to try and stop that. I think the high mana matches where you want to play Death, you want to play Dragon with Death. Dragon and Death tends to synergize really well. There's lots of great compatibilities there. And now we have Stampede. And I think that's gonna call for... It's risky. They could play a... Do they have a Kraken? Have they shown their hands at owning a Kraken? Not by the looks of things. I think I'm just going to try for a speedy Death team here. So let's go Mimosa. Let's bring in the Swiftness squad. The triple Swiftness squad. I'm making this up as I go, very much so. And who has Trample? Disintegrator feels like a poor choice. Hydra feels like an even poorer choice. Undead Rex is just unquestionably a poor choice, so I'm going to use Undead Rex. And I may actually use Chang to sort of do some stuff in the back line. If that's what's going to happen. Don't know if it will. And I think I'll throw in a Halfling Alchemist. Let's see if we can dodge. Well, they've got back Jira, so I'm really glad I went with range stuff. But then their choice of Summoner makes me not so glad I went with range stuff. Because everybody has Return Fire. That is super problematic. Because I'm going to watch my team slowly be whittled away by Return Fire. But we'll see whether or not we can do some impactful trampling. I don't think so. Oh no. Another loss for me. Yeah, Ancient Lich is really good, but again, they're pretty situational. They have a penchant for being extremely fragile and unable to sort of make it through a lot of scenarios. I'm not winning here. I got absolutely wrecked. So that is 3 losses in a row. Keep trying. Keep trying. Close range, heavy hitters. Perhaps I will show them how Life Splinter is meant to be done. Let's go. Chancius. Sorting by mana cost. We will bring a Shield Bearer. Of course, we'll bring a Shield Bearer. Now, because it's knockout, let's look at our stun options. They're going to attack every 3 turns. We'll go with a Temporal Master. Feels out of field. So I'm going to do it because I like playing out of field. High Priest Darius. Another Billa for another stun. Surprised Billa didn't come up when I searched for stun. She's probably a way better option than Temporal Master. But anyway, here I am. And we'll have the triage available, so we'll do this. Ooh, interesting. They've got Jared Scar. And they've got our Shield Bearer influence on their team as well. Glad I brought the double healing. Feels like I'm going to need it. They've got the single resurrection. I've got the double resurrection. Hopefully I won't need to use both of them. That'll make it risky. I'm just catching up on the chat here now. Yeah, I think it's going to be super fun when the new focus mechanics come about soon. I was really hoping they'd be available today for my stream, but I'll have to wait a couple more days before I get to play with them. But there we go, showing them how to play life with a variation of cards. But it's gonna be good. I'm gonna really enjoy it because it's gonna be an additional layer of intrigue. You know, you're gonna look for those life cards that have poison or those life cards that have scavenge, and it's going to see more cards be more valued. It's going to create more variety in the teams that are played for people that want to focus on extracting the maximum out of their daily rewards. Now, is this person just transitioning to their life quest, or are they trolling? I don't know what they're going to do here. Let's go with the fact that they're going to go with life. We'll factor in close range, and then we'll play Death Splinter, and we'll just use a whole bunch of sneak. Let's try that. What is our tank going to be? Let's go Harklaw. And then we've got 10 mana left to play with. Let's go Cornelius. Alright, let us rearrange these people to put Sandworm in the most privileged of places. And see how we go. Oh, of course it's Blue Splinter. I don't see how I'm going to be able to get through that Kraken. Not with all of that extra speed that they've got. I thought my team was pretty speedy, but they've spammed even more speed, and that cleanse is going to be super disruptive to my desires to cripple that Kraken. It's all over. It's GG. Not even going to bother watching the rest of that. Let's keep on going. Yeah, it's also going to make Snipe and Opportunity really fun as well. I think it'll make taunt creatures like the Kraken fundamentally more annoying as well, because it'll be a way to control the battlefield entirely. That's the real benefit of those tanky boys. What are we going to do here? We've got 21 mana. It looked like our opponent was playing a whole bunch of fire. Probably expect Tarsa in this mana range. Don't think we'd see Jotun. So let's go with Contessa as the balance between the two. And perhaps I'm going to build a team full of demoralizing individuals. We'll go with Harklaw. I think Fallen Spectre's a really good choice against fire. Not going to throw in the Octopider. Feel like they're probably too expensive. And that's double demoralize and -1 ranged. It's likely we'll see Rust. There's no need for that shatter. Magic damage is good against fire, so bring that along. I feel like Screaming Banshee's a really risky proposition, but I'm going to do it anyway. And then Corpse Fiend is probably not going to be all that useful against fire, so I'm just going to use the chicken in the hopes that I get more stuff. Alrighty, what have we got? We have a whole bunch of really annoying sneaky peoples, and they are going to rip through my team very aggressively. Damn. That's unfortunate. At least the redemption sorted that out. Oh, the redemption chain is frustrating though. It's like, I kill you, you kill me, and now it's Harklaw v. the world. And I don't believe Harklaw can defeat the world. No, they cannot. Yeah, I think we might see a new disable technique in Rift Watches or beyond. There used to be Confuse way back in Alpha. And guess which card had Confuse? One of the only cards that had Confuse. Lord of Darkness had Confuse. You might be wondering, what did Confuse do? It would hit the creature impacted, and it would move them from whatever position they were in the battlefield to the rear. So if you got hit by this confusion, the creature would move to the back, and the second creature would move to the first position, and so on and so forth. You'd get essentially a shuffle happen. I'd really love to see that mechanic come back. It was really fun. Taunt probably breaks it a little bit, makes it useless, but it's another method of disabling a creature, I guess. But yeah, you're right. There is not much disable. There's a whole bunch of degeneration, you know, like your afflictions and all that sort of stuff. But yeah, we're just going to have to wait and see what comes next. Because it's not just about what cards are out there today, it's about the cards that are going to be coming in the future as well. I think with each of these little tweaks that come along, it's going to be increasing the depth of everything. And the more sort of simultaneous focuses and combine that with the rule sets, the more variety you're going to see in team compositions that are put together by people, because people are going to try and optimize what is likely to win them the most amount of battles, I reckon. That's what we've been seeing for the most part. Now here I'm just putting together a team that I think might be able to do something. Wasn't really paying attention. It was rambling, catching up with the chat and all that sort of fun stuff. It's going to be interesting to see whether or not Pellicore Deceiver, Pellicore Defective, whatever we wish to call him, can do much in concert with Ouster's Magic Reflect. But I want Vampire to be the star of the show here, and I probably should have put Soul Strangler in front of Vampire, but I didn't. So we'll see. I could probably get wrecked by Sneak here quite easily, which is strong in both Fire and Water Splinter. Don't think there's enough mana flying around for a Dragon Splinter, unless they went with Dragon Death and went Selenia with a whole bunch of Snipe. That would also ruin my day. I don't anticipate a victory here. Going to see. Yeah, I can see that being an issue as well, Bakwani. Like, there's a whole bunch of non-abilities at that play level, which means that second half of the focus is going to be often neglected, or perhaps it'll be a gated thing to say, congratulations, you've now graduated to silver, your cards have these abilities, you can now gain extra from that focus. It might be a pretty smart ploy in order to encourage people to climb the ranks and the ladders, grab themselves more cards and all that sort of thing. That is essentially what Splinterlands is predicated on. They want people playing in the highest league they possibly can, because, let's be honest, it's a completely different game at each level, and bronze, there's not much appeal, as far as I'm concerned, in watching those games or playing those games, because the the skill cap for bronze isn't very high in terms of if you play card X and card Y, you will beat card Z and cards whatever. Whereas in the higher leagues, when you have the other abilities come in and the more complex mechanics, the skill ceiling has to be higher in order for you to be able to succeed. It's a really fascinating sort of game theory around the game design. That's a good thing about Splinterlands as an underlying game. If you toss aside all the reward systems and all that sort of thing, it's why Splinterlands has endured for so many years for me, at the very least, is the underlying game mechanics have an enormous amount of depth and complexity beyond the surface. You can really deep dive into how particular abilities influence one another, and that's only going to continue to grow in complexity as more things are added. I'm all for the upcoming changes with the additional element of the focus, because I guess my conclusions have been that I need to ensure my season chests and my end of season rank is the best I can possibly do it, because to me it feels like that is more accurate a measure of my success than it is to have a really awesome day. I mean, so far today I don't think I've won a single game where I've tried to play my focus, and I've just been sort of just scurrying along, barely coping, barely coming through with wins today. It's been a particularly long and challenging week IRL, but we're not here to talk about that. We're here to talk about Splinterlands, and we're here to play as much as I possibly can. Yeah, I don't want to get snipe or sneak either, but snipe and sneak can be very useful in some scenarios. Now, I don't know what I'm doing here. As you can see, I've got a fair bit of snipe and whatnot in my team. I'm hoping Riftwing can do something glorious for me. I'm really quite glad I went with a whole bunch of snipe here and range damage. It feels like I prophesized what the enemy team would do, but we will see. Hey, Buck, and hey, JM Parts. I needed to lean in closer to that secondary monitor to read that. Showing as a purple username on black, and my eyes, they couldn't tell the difference. That was a good win. I could have possibly done that win by playing with a Death Summoner, but no, Selenia did the job. Oh no, hang on a minute. Oh no, right, I won that one playing with the Death Summoner, so that's where my focus points came. I was thinking for a second, hang on, did I get focus points out of this one as well as that one? But no, the changes haven't come through yet. Those changes on the roadmap, they'll come. They'll come. I've just got to be patient. The one thing that I found interesting though was the change around the ECR. So when you hit that 50%, you start losing 5% per battle instead of 1% per battle. That's going to be a further incentive for humans to play instead of bots, I think. But we'll see. All right. What have we got here? It's going to be Plateau Emberstorm, so I should prepare myself for being a slow boy, and should probably prepare myself to play it with magic. So with equalizer and heavy hitters in place, I'm going to deviate and go to Chancius and go and spam magic, because magic is awesome. Am I going to use Shield Bearer though? I'm not sure. Possibly I'm going to use Shield Bearer. Yeah, I think I will. Don't expect my opponent to throw magic at me. So we've got Blast, we've got Renova, got Billa. Everyone's going to have knockout, which is great. So we've got that stun. We've got 5 mana left to play with. Is it going to be one of these guys, or am I going to roll the double heal? I think let's roll the double heal. Let's play it super safe. Renova can go in that second position. So let's see. Okay, so they've brought a bit of magic. That is a bit of magic. Wow, 63 chests already, jeez. I think I'm at 20 something, judging by what I remember from mere moments ago when I looked at it. Those champ chests are super duper juicy. Hopefully we don't have another magic attack coming in here, so we can get that second heal come through. There it is, excellent. Damn, that's a great win rate, Bakweni. Here comes my second resurrection. I needed both of them. I didn't expect that, but I believe we've countered our opponent sufficiently. It's going to be interesting whether or not we can take down that Elemental Phoenix in a timely manner. If I can get a stun on it, though, I shouldn't have a problem. Particularly because most of my damage is magic. Yeah, no, I'll be okay. There's the stun. Well, it wasn't a stun, but that was the attempted stun. So I really wish it was a life focus today instead of a death focus, but that puts me on a 3-game win streak, which is good. That means if I play another game, win that without playing death, then play death, I'll get super duper points. So the logic follows. So death and green, sorry, dragon and green, dragon and death, dragon and green, straight green. Alright, they've got a pretty good variety. I feel like Ouster's going to come out and play. And for 6 armor, go with the Cursed Windaku. Going to bring Weeding Warrior out for an amplification. Now, our team's pretty slow, so let's go with Lyra. What other opportunity can we throw in? Only the maggots. Still got a fair bit of stuff. What has slow? Cursed Windaku, excellent. So that creates a 2-speed differential, I guess. If we double up on the heal, that goes okay, I think, maybe. 7 mana left. I think Ancient Lich. Yes, let's go with Ancient Lich. Get a resurrection going. So we got Robo Dragon Knight. They've also got a resurrection. I think I'm pretty well positioned for this battle. It's fairly evenly matched. Made them waste their resurrect on their Torrent Fiend, which is excellent for me. Yeah, I'm feeling good about this one. As much as Robo Dragon Knight's going to be thoroughly annoying to get through, we will be whittling away its support system. Here comes my resurrection. May not last very long, but it doesn't need to last very long. There we go. That was a worthy sacrifice. That worked really nicely. I'm happy with that outcome. The opportunity worked really, really well. That got me my first focus chest of the day. It only took me 45 minutes. But that was win number 4 in a row. See if we can make it number 5. That's the plan. Alright, life splinter galore. We've only got 18 mana. Feels like we could bring along something with immunity. Do they have Krallis? It doesn't look like they've played a Krallis. I have a Krallis. Let's go with a Krallis. And what can we support a Krallis with that would do fairly well? That's sort of redundant. We'll go with Celestial Harpy. Oh, we've got 3 mana, actually. Who could do better than a Celestial Harpy? Yeah, it's 60 EC in Diamond League, and that's at 87% ECR. So it's not enormously different. I'm playing in Wild as well. So I don't know what the differences are in terms of earnings, Wild versus Modern. I know that Wild should have higher rewards, maybe, possibly. But it's going to be an interesting time as all these mechanics iron themselves out, do this, that, and the other things. I am going to put my Stitch Leech there, Krallis there, Sulphine there, and see how this goes. 18 Vanguards. Okay, that's an interesting composition. I'm glad I brought Stitch Leech. Krallis is going to have an interesting time. Don't yet know how this is going to end. I think Krallis will be overwhelmed by Silver Shield Paladin and Renova, because the damage is going to be enormous when you take into account that Magic Reflect as well. But I don't know. We'll wait and see. I'm probably going to lose here. I am getting back up to full health though. Now that my armor's gone, that's going to be a different story. Yeah, my hopes are not great here. They are getting worse and worse. Hey, Rift Summoner, welcome. I'm just casually ending my winning streak here. Magic cannot miss. That should have missed. Would have given me a chance. But I still would have eventually lost that particular battle. So that puts my win streak to a conclusion. But the show must continue. Ooh, this one could be fun. We've got Stampede and Blast. It's too bad that Death doesn't have any good trampling creatures, but I know who does. It's time for the dragons. And I think I'm going to go with water. So I want to go with Desert Dragon. Nice and delicious. Amazing. It's made of pure fondue, the Desert Dragon. I know it's a Desert Dragon. I prefer to call it a Desert Dragon. And then we are going to go down the opportunity path and stack on in elaborately powerful opportunities, protecting the deep lurker and the dragon jumper. Hey, Outlaws, good to see ya. And now that I have 6 mana left, let us min-max. Yeah, we'll use a Gloridax Guardian. Everyone loves more armor. So they've gone with the Unicorn. They've gone with the Blast Shield. That Blast Shield's not going to save them from my Opportunity Blasts. Because just like that. Brilliant. That was exactly what I had planned. There goes one of their resurrections, and considering we killed the other creature who brought a resurrection along, see you later. Retaliate. Yes. Good dragon. Excellent dragon. Now you can trample through the rest of the squad. Except for this guy, because last stand. But that's fine. We'll take care of it with the rest of our team. And immediately I'm back in the winner's circle. That one was only 5 DEC. So, next to nothing. But gets us closer to another season chest. Importantly, keeps us in Diamond 2. The push to Diamond 1 has been an absolute slog so far. I don't know if I'm going to be able to make it back to Champion this season. Alright, we've got a Water Splinter Specialist by the looks of things, and Auric is the name of their game. So, let's go... Oh, I want to go Ouster. Spreading Fury and Holy Protection. Probably not the best to infuriate everyone with Magic Reflect, so let's go with Contessa instead. And... Nightmare would be a great choice. Even though my Nightmare's not max, let's do it. Because they'll have phase. And considering it's blue Splinter... Yeah. What about amplifications? Weeding Warrior, you can come along. So now that Ouster's going to have a statement on the battle. No, Cursed Windaku over Nightmare. That way we've got an additional layer of defense. I feel like Dr. Blight should come along. Let's try and pin them down with some poison. Something is needed there. Maybe a Shadow Snitch. Then I think I'm gonna go Chicken over the Fiend. No, we'll go the Fiend. Yes, let's submit this and see how it goes. Okay, afraid of these two. As I should be, but Ruler of the Seas is going to be no problem at all. Because he should die in this first barrage. Oh, beautiful. Beautiful big hits. See you later. Now, please, Affliction. Please, Affliction. Yes, beautiful. There's Affliction. Okay, now I should be able to get through. And the healing begins. And Weeding Warrior was a really good choice because that Rust has negated the Crustacean King to some extent on the front line, as well as the Venari Bonesmith with their Dispel. It synergized really well against my opponent's collection of stuff. Don't think it would have gone as well if I played Nightmare. So that gets me back into winning town, gets me that second daily focus chest. And I believe that's my highest rating for the season so far. So onwards and upwards. Onwards and upwards we roam. To the top of the hill. Okay, broken arrows and no healing, so if they've got a Jotun, well, they don't. So fire, 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 but fire's out. So what are they gonna play? We have no clue. Let's go with green splinter. Or maybe we go with blue splinter. Or maybe we go with death splinter. Because magic is gonna be a big influence here. Yeah, let's go magic. Well, anti-magic is what I really meant to say. So, Dark One, Jin Murray. Bit of amplification to get that reflection going full tilt. I'm going to bring a res. We'll bring a snipe. Bonus, it has a stun attached. And I still have so much mana. I reckon they may have a dragon focus, which won't be good for me. In case they do, I don't know, let's go Sandworm. We'll bring some variety in. The Sandworm Variety Hour. We'll try and play Sandworm as much as possible. Maybe. I don't know. And now I wait. And for those of you who watch regularly on Thursday evenings, we do of course have Commander Garlic coming up after me. Don't know if they're here in the audience, lurking, waiting, watching, but they are always thoroughly entertaining. Oh, we're going to have so many sandworms in this battle. One sandworm. At least one sandworm. And it goes off in search of spice. Okay, so they had a green focus. Ooh, level 1. Interesting. And level 7 prismatic energy. So, not entirely maxed out, our opponent here. I think I may have made the right choice with my team here. And this Kron doesn't even have Last Stand, nor Heal. So, I think Sandworm was indeed an excellent choice. Here comes the resurrection. Such a beautiful resurrection. The Amplify didn't do as much as I had expected it would. Here we go. Incoming win. And now Sandworm goes bang. Sandworm did the job. I told you it would. So, that's what? 3-game winning streak. Time for a loss. Time for an unmitigated loss. Lost legendaries, and it is all about Life Splinter. 21 mana. Such a small amount of mana. They've got Feral Assassin, they've got that, they've got that, they've got that. I think... Oh, I can't go... I was going to go along the lines of Llama Hydra here, but perhaps instead I might go with Camilla. And I want to focus on Thorns as much as possible. So, do I go Beatrix to try and counter some of that enemy shenanigans? Or do I put an Onyx Sentinel? No, that still doesn't make me fit my desired team in. Or does it? So we definitely want that amplification in. I was thinking of Queen Mycelia. It's clearly not going to work. This is going to be such a bizarre team that I'm putting together. I still want Manticore. Now I need something in that back position that's going to be robust enough. Alternatively, I try to get my frontline people to do as much as possible. We'll see. I am annoyed that that didn't hit. Or rather, it didn't trigger the whatchamajigger. Now would be a great time. Oh, dang. Thorns did not have the intended effect. Now it's starting to have the intended effect. Now this is not going so well. The double healing is so problematic. We couldn't fit Sandworm into this team. Even if we could, I don't think it would have done much. Alright, it's all up to good old Chaos Agent. Come on. No. They couldn't do the dirty backfire every time. So I did say it was time for a loss, and I was prophetic in my statement. Okay, we got Fog of War, but everyone has lots of health. So the sneaks, the snipes, they're not so useful. I feel like I want to throw Jotun at my opponent. Do I throw Jotun at my opponent? No. I should throw Mimosa. And since all the attacks are going to happen in order, let's use... We have a force field. And that's only Jin Murray. Only Jin Murray has force field. Or do I go with Blue Splinter? Let's go Blue Splinter. Let's throw Kraken into the mix. Considering I rarely use Kraken. Then we can do an amplification. Do you have any life leech in Blue Splinter? Well, I don't feel like that's a wise choice. Or Death has life leech. There, let's go Death. Changing my mind 100 times a battle. You definitely want healing. So, Corrupted Pegasus, and we're going to go with the Triage, Spirit Hoarder. Now, Undead Lich Man, where are you? There you are. Oh, so much mana. So much mana left over. I guess Cthulhu in the back because his last stand will go unchallenged. Since there's no sneak. So do we want people to die in this order? Jin Murray, then Golodon, then Corrupted Pegasus and Spirit Hoarder. Yeah, the only thing that really get me is opportunity. Let's see. Welcome back, Bakweni. So it's a weird choice that they've played with. I don't understand. I put so much thought into my team and I'm encountering whatever this is. Yeah. I sure hope it is, because if a human made this choice, I'd be asking them if they were okay. And I sort of tried to counter Jotun by putting Murray and Golodon in 1-2, but it would have potentially also worked against Blue Splinter with Mimosa and the whole force field. being in place. So I'll take that win. Now I've got reverse speed and weak magic, so I wish this wasn't so perfect for Shield Bearer. I really wish this wasn't so perfect for Shield Bearer. But some would say 22 mana is not enough for Shield Bearer. I'd call them a liar. Do we go... Let's go Death. But let's look at high rates of armor. Because... Ooh, Void Armor. Well, we don't need Void Armor, actually, because it's inherent in the rules. Maybe Bone Golem, maybe Cursed Windiku. Yeah, Cursed Windiku gets a little bit screwed by the... they're a bit slow. Let's go Bone Golem. Bone Golem is severely underutilized. So they've got Knockout. What stuns do we have? Not a lot of options. Let's go Revealer. They've got a stun. Try and capitalize on that workout. I've got no idea at this point, Rift Summoner. I've got no idea. No, I don't do prizes on my particular stream. The prize is the knowledge I attempt to impart upon you and whatever entertainment. But I was about to leave, Sarge. I was about to run away. Yes, thank you, Bakoni. The clock is indeed ticking on this particular battle. I don't know what to throw in here. I'm running out of time very quickly. Let's go Maggots and Sort by Speed and hope for the best. Yes, for Dr. Blight and you, and let's go. The order of my team could be improved really dramatically here, but ran out of time. No, I do have Grenadier. I was missing Grenadier for a long time, but then I corrected that. Here's hoping we can make our knockouts count. That cleanse is really annoying. My lack of heal is also really annoying. Oh, so close. Oh, great miss. Excellent miss. Shield Bearer's done. It's looking good. It's looking good. That Revealer carrying the game with the stun. That Revealer. Best choice of my life. Now it's all up to Dr. Blight. Oh, that cleanse. That dang cleanse. Oh, the cleanse just instantly disappears. Poison instantly disappears. I think I'm going to lose this. Thanks, Sarge. Welcome, new viewers. Oh. And this is reverse speed as well. That's a frustrating part about that. Dang. Dang, dang, dang. So bad. So bad for me. Yeah. I believe it's a single BCX receiver that I have. So let's put through this challenge that Rift Summoner has challenged us to. And I have no idea what I'm doing in bronze, so this will be fun. This will be fun for me because I haven't played bronze since I don't know when. I've got no idea on the last time I played bronze was. It's about to be not very moments ago. Not very moments ago? English good. Alright, it's a 56 mana match for Bronze League. And if you can see my team selection through the reflection in my eyeballs, congratulations. But in memorandum of the last battle I played, this feels like a perfectly suitable banner. What am I gonna do? I am going to... I'm gonna do this. And really strongly consider whatever cards I can slip in. It's amazing seeing how few abilities cards have at Bronze League and what they miss when I expect them to have it. Oh, that's rough. I expected more cards to have that particular ability. They don't. It's very rough. What about... Yes. No. That doesn't get me what I need. That does. That does. That sort of does. Does that? No, that doesn't get me what I want or need. So let's go down a different tact. And do that. Alright. My team is submitted. Rift Summoner has submitted their team. Here we go. Here is the Team V team. We have Divine Shield almost all around. We got a bit of snipe from our opponent. I decided to stack some Protect. But my strategy here was to roll with Blasts to try and get behind whatever was coming in the front line based on the rule set. My other strategy was to try and use Void Armor, but, well, that's not doing anything at all. So, all my hopes and dreams live in Bill the Radiant's brain. That's where I hope to make the difference. Billa was my hero card for this rule set. Can she do anything useful? I'm not sure. She's going to be hurt thoroughly by Sandworm shortly. And I'm missing that force field on Prismologist in this league. So, as I said, it's been a very long time since I've played Bronze. So, well done, Rift Summoner. If you'll excuse me, I'm going to go back to Diamond League where I know what I'm doing a little bit more. Not much more, but a little bit more. Well played. Well done. No, there was nothing up for grabs. Just the glory and the boasting rights. Which is fine. You may wander the halls of Splinterlands Discord saying, I beat Holazor. Then you must append, I beat him in Bronze League. If you challenged me in Diamond, you'd probably win as well if you had Diamond level cards. I'm not that great of a player, as we can see by the loss streaks that I tend to accumulate. But I also like playing teams that make no sense just because it'll be amusing to watch. Well, hang on, it'll be a wizard's gown in a second. All I need to do is this. Now I am a wise, saged wizard. Perhaps my gameplay experience will be better. We've got Equalizer. We've got Taking Sides. I kind of look like a penguin now. I don't care. Hey, we got here Maxa. I'm happy to be called the Grey. Can't wait until my beard is fully grey. It's going to be the best time. What am I doing? We've got Taking Sides and Equalizer. Do I focus on the death? I focus on the death. We focus on the leechy lives. All of the leechy lives. We don't have 1 or 2 mana life leech. But we can go with Weeding Warrior. Then Corpse Fiend is our tank. I'm going to get destroyed by Sneak. And I know it. It's a-coming. I'm going to get destroyed by Magic Reflect too. But perhaps we can destroy Pax Daragon. I'm just reversing their name. Pax Daragon with Magic Reflect ourselves. My Amplify's gone, so there goes that dream too. Can we get a poison? Please let us get a poison. There, Amplify. Yes, it made it fly at a higher altitude. Amplify. It's like super flying. Did a way better job than mine. And there we go. We will finally kill a creature. We'll do it with our last act before we retreat into defeat. And attempt once more to get some score. Ooh. That's a lot of blue splinter. It's only 12 mana though, and it's super sneak. Interesting. Blast and super sneak. I think this calls for some speedy boys. They do have the blast protecty thingy though. Lorna will slow down the blasting super sneak. And Life Splinter has some amazing low mana cards as well. Don't know how good Herbalist will go. We should try and focus on the speediest things we can. Time Mage feels good because she's got a high speed and a slow. But beyond that, slim pickings. Maybe we drop Herbalist. We'll go Stitch Leech. Try and get them to die in the back line. No, I don't think I'm winning this. Did they bring their blast shield? Oh, they didn't bring their blast shield. That worked really nicely. That worked excellently. Stitch Leech managed to slot in for the kill. And now, oh, how could you miss Stitch Leech? Come on. It's fine now. Worst result possible at that point was a draw. But came through with a win instead. So that's good. Right, what do I play next? I gotta play fire or water or dragon or something other than life or death, because I'm just flip-flopping between the two. Keep your distance, dragon. 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 And it's Daria all the way, as far as my opponent's concerned. So I think it's time for Jotun. And swiftness time, in case they bring Biz Kitty along. Let's throw Elmo out in the front. Possibly not the best choice in the world. Definitely not the best choice in the world. It's not close range for this battle, so we need, I think, Lava Launcher instead. Still 7 mana to play with. Naga Fire Wizard feels like a waste. Jin Inferni is too expensive. We've got 6 mana remaining. There we go. Ifrit Elder. Gives us a nice little last stand. Cornelius can go, no, that way around. Try and protect that Ifrit Elder for as long as possible. I'm pretty confident on this team composition that I should be able to do something that results in my victory. Almo would have actually been a rather nice choice as well. The combination of speed, the mixed damage types. Lucky my opponent didn't go with magic, because they would have shredded through Lava Launcher. But easy win there. And only 4.8 DEC there. Pretty good outcome on the RP though. Somehow I've managed to get 3 daily focus chests along the way. Alright, so my last 5 battles are now death, life, fire. Time for blue or green Splinter. Gotta keep them guessing. Ooh, green Splinter. Only 12 mana though, and it is Rise of the Commons. I think I might be able to pull something off with Selenia here. Let's go Selenia. Let's go green. Vulture, Scout. Oh, that is possibly not the best choice I've ever made in my life. Hill Giant. What else can I get for 2? Oh, that's not the best stuff in the world. Bring the Zenith Archer. What if we drop the Princess? Is there any other stuff? Ooh, maybe the Tower Griffin. Let's drop the Hill Giant, in fact. See if we can go with an even riskier tank. Chaos Agent. I'm probably going to get destroyed by Screeching Vulture. Don't know if this is going to go well. We're about to find out. Oh, look at that. It's a Screeching Vulture. And look at that. It's our fellow streamer, Crypto Llama TV. Let's see how we go. I don't know if my Mountain of Nectar Queens has paid off at this point. What makes you say that, Bakoni? Is there something I've missed about Nectar Queens? Have they become amazing all of a sudden? I mean, they were always amazing. Perhaps I was just the only one who saw it. Ooh. Oh, that's very nice to know. It's very nice to know. So we defeated our fellow streamer, Crypto Llama TV. I don't know how it's going. It's going like a seesaw. Gained about 100 or so rating points here. Let's go have a look at these Nectar Queens Bakoni's talking about. Max level, common, reward. Oh, there's only 3 of them. Where is the most BCX? So only 3 max level ones. 70 DC a day. I wonder what mine are renting out for. Let's go find out. So switch on over to... Please excuse how many Splinterlands accounts I have. My peak monsters there. Let's go see what our Nectar Queens are indeed doing. So my level 10 Nectar Queens, of which I have 9. They're probably in the mid-range there. Some of them rented out. That one's rented out super duper cheap. Click compare rentals. Let's see. NA. Oh no, here we go. Error retrieving market data. Let's try again. Yeah, I could do better. Unfortunately, this account is out of resource credits. I could fix that though. I will give it more resource credits by delegating more from my main account. That's the problem. That is an enduring problem for my rental account, just because it has so many cards on it. The resource credits for doing rentals is outrageous. I just gave it a whole bunch more RC. See, suddenly it's up to 20% RC. And the bot that manages my rentals should pick that up and update those prices when they come out of their current rental contracts. So RC is my bottleneck on my rental account at the moment. I've got 600 hive power associated to my rental account, but the fundamental problem is if I clear all my filters over here, what have we got? 12,482 cards. And they're not all 1 BCX cards. My wood nymphs look like they're doing pretty well as well. A couple of screeching vultures. Oh, the screeching vultures. Oh, the screeching vulture that nearly defeated me was my own screeching vulture. Crypto Llama TV used my own screeching vulture against me. That's not okay. That's not okay. I should terminate that rental contract immediately, right? That would be, that'd be great. I'm actually doing a whole bunch for Crypto Llama TV by the looks of it. So they're using, search by delegated too. I mean, it would be really funny if I was playing a tournament. This is another potential exploit with, I guess, rentals and whatnot. It'll be lessened somewhat by the upcoming changes of 2-day rental contracts, but I could be like, I'm entering a contest soon. Okay, one of my opponents is renting all these cards from me. I'm going to cancel their rental contracts so they can't use my own cards against me in battle. There's so much meta you can go into in Splinterlands. which would be like the ultimate, I feel, grudge match. I don't know. How would you guys feel about that if you were renting a card off someone you came across in a tournament and they just yanked that delegation so you couldn't use it? I think it would be a brilliant chef's kiss sort of moment. But who knows? Yes, there's another potential way of doing it as well, Jagged. It's kind of like, no. You're renting cards off of me and you need that power? Sorry, no. Not from me, you won't. It'll be interesting. Alrighty, we've got Healed Out here and Heavy Hitters. An opponent who enjoys nothing more than a leisurely stroll around the park with their blue Splinter. I feel as though we need to bring some stunning into the battle. I'm going to go with Biz Kitty and follow that up with opportunistic Dragon Jumper, and then all the other opportunities to follow through. And we will do a aggressive speed. Still only got the 2 mana here for my tank. You know what? Let's go Chaos Agent, the YOLO tank, and protect the Dragon Jumper as best we can from any untoward attention. I am saddened by their double speed buff there. I don't believe Chaos Agent's going to get the opportunity to do any backfiring, but we live in the hopes that he may. Oh, there's one. Oh, that was not one. That was also not one. Come on, Dragon Jumper. You got this, my friend. We are absolutely wrecking them. We just need to stun lock that Demon Shark and hope that it doesn't retaliate. And we will be pretty good. Oh, there's the first retaliate. Oh god, it's retaliating every single time. Now the trampling begins. Come on. Oh, you didn't get stunned. Come on. There we go. Of course you're going to retaliate before you die. Have to have the last word, mate. But we still won. That's what matters. That was a fun battle. Nice, fast pace, just carnage everywhere. That was really, really good. Deviating again from the focus. And that's what? 2 4-game win streak. Okay, now would be an ideal time to play Death and get as many of them focus points as possible. Interesting. They are of the Dragon Persuasion. We've got Noxious Fumes and Rise of the Commons. So that just about rules out any immunity. We need Cleanse. The blue Splinter within Dragons is probably my best bet here. And with Rise of the Commons, I'm really tempted by Sea Monster. Really, really tempted. The guy not retaliating the whole time, and then just at the end, finally, retaliating, and it's over. Alright. Cleanse. Cleanse. All of the cleanse, all of the speed. We want a super quick team. Triage is also going to help us, so let's spam Triage to keep our people alive for as long as possible. And if I'm going to keep people alive, well, why don't we just play the dead, such as a Captain's Ghost? Because that affliction, if they bring a cleanse, will help the anti-heal, unless they go with Llama Mage and some other abhorrent combination of creature. But, oh, it is Rise of the Commons, they could do that. It's a risk I'm willing to take. To try and counter that, let's throw in a Weaken. And we'll see if we can outlive whatever beast they throw at me. Hoping they don't do a llama mercenary or a llama cube. That would be most unfortunate and very, very bad. What do you guys reckon? Are we going to see a llama as our opponent here? I think I will. Oh no, that's not a llama. That's a Delwyn. And that's a Delwyn playing with questionably leveled cards. I think I'm going to be okay here. Here comes the cleanse. Sea monster's clean. Oh, good dodging. Good dodging by the sea monster. And good defeating via the poison. Everything else. Now that's going to slow me down, so that makes... No, it doesn't make sea monster vulnerable to that opportunity. They're just vulnerable in general now by being in the first position, but that is a nice, tidy little win. Alright, I am indeed on a streak. Not complaining about that at all. Oh, 64 rating points. That is outstanding. Again, still not giving me the opportunity for death. People must think that I have a dragon focus right now. Let's prove them wrong by trying to play death in the next one. Or at least... Oh man, how do you play death in Back to Basics and Equalizer? So... It's got to be Ouster, right? It has to be Ouster. There goes 3 of my mana. Let's just try to play a team that'll maximize the amount of points I will earn if I manage to pull off a win. So I'm going to go gold card, Furious Chicken, alpha card, Screaming Banshee, promo card, Halfling Alchemist. This is not how you're probably meant to play this game. Who else has good damage that is also ranged? Beta card, Twisted Jester. Want to protect them at the rear. Probably want to stick with some magic casters if we can. Darkest Mage. Screaming Banshee, and then we've got the Corpse Fiend as another body shield. Alright, let's see what this will do. Okay, I'm glad I went with Ouster. And I'm glad I put my people in the order I put them. Because I believe this should lead to not a comfortable victory, but a victory, which is what I was after. I was not comfortable, but we got through it. And that cranks that win ratio, and my strategy of using whatever cards I could to maximize the reward points seemed to work, because it stacked the win streak. Hey, Garlic, welcome. Stacked the win streak, 25%. Added the gold cards, threw in an alpha card and a promo card. Threw in a beta card as well to grab 52,000 RP, as opposed to that previous win, which was 39,000 RP, using whatever cards I thought would actually win the battle. So that was a big... I wouldn't call it a gamble, it was a calculated risk. Given the rule set, wasn't sure if I'd win or lose. So I decided to stack as many rating point earning cards in. The win streak is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The win streak is 6. And I think I'm going to go for death again here. We will see whether or not it's going to fit in whatever the opponent is going. So it's another Delwyn. Delwyn, Daria, Delwyn. So with reverse speed and close range in play, I think I want to go Llama Cornelius. I haven't played much, if any, of Green Splinter today, so definitely won't be expected in my recent match history by my opponent. But who knows? Who knows? What are we going to throw into the front line? I feel like I should put some tokenistic snipe or sneak in. There's a couple of good options, maybe. And if they don't go with Llama Mage, then we'll throw the Halfling Alchemist out. See, look, I'm making the impression that I'm putting in a team that is filled with effort. Oh, I like my prospects a lot here. Everything is just a distraction. Distraction from the true final form of Cornelius. Nah, I don't stop. I just keep going. Throw myself over that ECR cliff. Brilliant redemption by the Halfling Alchemist. Cornelius v Carnage Titan. Or Carnage Tartan. You can almost see his tartan skirt behind that card border. Now Cornelius is taking an immense amount of damage here, but Thorns to the rescue. And there we go. Another win. Number 7 in a row. And awarded with 7 DC. And look at that. Look at that. Diamond 1. Snuck up on me. I wasn't even focusing on building up to Diamond 1 there. It just happened. Just been playing well and putting together good teams, and well, it just happened. So let's see about falling straight back into Diamond 2. Yeah, snuck that Halfling Alchemist in there as well to get even more stuff. Alright, we got Rise of the Commons. Oh, we can use a Legendary Summoner here. 99 mana. Who's gonna have the best commons? Rares. I think it's likely gonna be Life Splinter. Do they use a Silver Shield Assassin at all? Doesn't look like they use a Silver Shield Assassin much, if at all. I'm tossing up between Biz Kitty here and Chancius. I think I'm going to go Chancius, and I'm going to go Shield Bearer, Silver Shield. Going to throw in... Oh, Blast is an epic card. Drat. Does anyone have a good Shatter? There's a couple of good Shatters there. Does anyone have a good Stun? Ooh, Cyclops. Yes. Cyclops. Now, we need healing. Not that sort of healing. We need a tank healing. And we'll throw some extra armor into it as we go. Now, if we're gonna try and use Knockout, we've got Stun 1, we've got Stun 2. We've got Poison. I feel as though I need some sort of magical influence on this. I feel like Rust? No, dispel. Because rust will be pointless because we've got shatter from Luminous Eagle. Alright, let's see how this goes. Well, it turns out they do have a Silver Shield Assassin. But they didn't bring a cleanse here. So if we can get that poison in, or that stun, there's the stun. Come on, you little eagle. Get in there. There's the poison, there's the stun. No resurrection. Hello, resurrection. Now, if we can repeat that stun, shatter action, that'll be really great. Damn, no stun that time. Look at how fragile that back line of theirs is becoming. Next turn, it's going to be all over. Because in will come the Silver Shield Assassin. Oh no. Oh no. Okay, good. They got poisoned. Oh, Temple Priest was such a good choice. So happy with that selection. That went really well. But apparently, we beat a fellow Australian. 51,000 RP, and I wasn't even trying to build for a big thing there. That win streak's up to 35% now, though. Whoa, what's that? Let's go have a look at that leaderboard to see that win streak. It is the current streak of 8. 104th. Not too bad. I think I've got time for a couple more battles here before we flip on over to the lovely Commander Garlic. And we have a Death Splinter with a Dark Hawan. Lots and lots of Dark Hawan. And Mimosa is dangerous. And it's also armored up. And they have a Jin Murray. Ooh, this one should be... I think this might be the game I lose. It might be a loss for me. I'm playing in Wild League. I've got too many Wild League cards. And the extra fancy bonus points for the season do well for me. Do I go with Grandmaster Wraith? I am going to do Grandmaster Wraith. And where's Immunity Man? In fact, I'm going to go with a bunch of immunity here to try and get through the death team. I'm going to bring armor into the equation. I'm going to bring even more armor into the equation on account of this being armored up. And then for 6 mana, can we bring even more armor in? I just want there to be so much armor in my team. It doesn't look like I'll be able to do that. So instead, let's throw Evangelist in. Krallis in second position. Brightwing feels comfortable there. Silver Shield Assassin in the back. I was going to say I'm missing an amplification, but it comes from the summoner. Now, I'm very glad they didn't bring Shatter. I'm very, very glad they brought Houster. Because that'll allow these two to go nuts. Got that heal, got that repair. I think I'm good. I think I'm gonna be okay. That resurrection is probably not where they wanted to use it. Now we can continue to assail Dark Hawan with attacks. I didn't even need to use my resurrection, I don't think. Although, to be fair, I probably would have done better playing Mimosa, but it probably wouldn't have even made a difference. Because immunity up in the front via Almo. Alright, the win streak continues. This feels uncomfortable. Tension grows with each battle that I play now. That was 34 rating points. I think I've earned something like 6 season chests so far today out of this, and I've burnt, what, 26% of my ECR? So I'm fundamentally ready to go again tomorrow, given that there's 10 minutes left in this particular stream. Oh, interesting. Up close and personal, Earthquake. Well. Lorna, Krallis. Who's gonna look after Krallis? Who's gonna make Krallis even more awesomer? Well, a Soul Fiend can do that. Chicken might be able to do something about that. And do we want to slow them down or speed ourselves up? Let's slow them down. We'll put all of that stuff in front, and we'll see. They went Lorna. Ooh, they didn't bring Krallis. I think I'll be okay. What's that? 8, 10... that's a lot of damage. They've got a lot of damage to throw my way. But I do have armor. And Earthquake is sort of working for me. Oh, come on, hit. Good. Now you must hit. Excellent. The win streak continues some more. Oh. The whole specter of defeat now looms over me like a dark stormy cloud. I don't want to hit that battle button again, because it's kind of like it may be a loss. This is one of my best winning streaks in a very long time. That pushes us to 29. I guess we got to keep going. We got to try and slot in another death so we can get that 5th chest. No worries, Garlic. We will see you in about 7 minutes. Okay, we've got Death as our opponent. They've got Cryptmancer, they've got Mimosa, but they tend to favor Cryptmancer. Do they... Oh, True Strike, Anti-Blast, Dark Hawan, Little League, and Holy Protection here. It's only 4 mana. I was thinking along the lines of... Blast. Death Splinter has Blast. Lots of people have Blast, so if we're going to go Blast, let's go Blast. Bang, bang, bang. Don't think Snipe's going to do very well for us. And we will throw in Opportunity. Lots of opportunity. Lots and lots of opportunity. Don't know how to feel about this, but I've hit submit. Wait and see. Have they just gone the standard redemption team? They have. Seems risky. Oh god. Oh god. I'm at 1 HP. The moment I get a kill here, it's all GG'd. There goes the winning streak. It's all over. Although not quite. I thought I was expecting a you failed screen there. This is pleasing. This is very pleasing. That's not so pleasing, losing my grenadier, because they would have been instrumental in my victory. I'm suddenly, this is a dramatic mood swing. I suddenly feel like I'm a pregnant lady. Going from I'm gonna win to oh god, I'm gonna lose to I'm gonna win. We'll see. As long as I don't get that happen to me. And that did indeed happen to me. I got poisoned. And yeah, the defeat I anticipated came along. But only just. Only just. That was an amusing game. Very amusing game. I'm going to try and squeeze in one more. It'll be Rip 2. Man, so much Life Splinter lately. So much Lorna in the opponents. What are we going to do this? Well, if it's equal opportunity and explosive weaponry, let's try and do something elaborate. That won't work. Onyx Sentinel, you don't have Magic Reflect. Why don't you have Magic Reflect? I want something with Magic Reflect to go with Grandmaster Wraith. Right. Where did he go? Grandmaster Wraith. I want Magic Reflect. But I also want low health for what I want to do. Because I want to focus all the enemy attacks via opportunity. So I've got to pick people who now have 6 or more health as part of my team, so that we can direct all fire into the blinding reflector. So 6 or more health is what I must do. So that gives us... Does that give us... Oh, is it going to... No. Doesn't give us Billa or Stitch Leech for Life Leech. Dang. Clay Golem feels good. Cornelius feels good. 3 mana with that much health. That doesn't feel good. 6 mana with more than health. I guess Evangelist after all. Battle. Let's go. Everything's going to go into Blinding Reflector. None of it is magical, however. Dang. Absolute dang. Oh, those Inspires. Absolutely brutal. Skip to results. That was a day of combat. A massive day of combat. Really good though. Brought my rating up into Diamond 1, grabbed a whole bunch of season chests, got some awesome win streak, maxed it out at 10, which was my best win streak of the season. Put myself into the top 100 in Diamond League. What a day. It's about to get better for all of you guys, because in a few more moments, Commander Garlic will be screaming at you, laughing with you, having a good old time, and I'm sure they will have amazing win streaks along the way. So that's all from me for this week. I'll be back again on Monday, same time. For now, enjoy Commander Garlic and have a wonderful existence. Thank you very much.